Hello and welcome to Knights of Immortality, Session 3. When day turns to night. Before we get into tonight's game, we'll do as we always do. Go around the table and check in with each of the players. And since, Joy, you weren't here for our last session, I feel like we got a lot of catching up to do. It's almost been a month.
Oh, I'm excited, I'm very excited.
Do anything interesting during that time, or just lots of work?
Work and personal affairs.
Yeah. How about Ryzen? As we talked last night, anything interesting today?
Nothing really today. But if y'all didn't know, I was in Vegas last week. But I couldn't play. So that was fun.
Dang.
But, yeah.
Nice. You played all right.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Ryzen
roulette and
with the
just
Vegas
playing roulette and the lap dance game at the stripper club.
Mm.
I heard you just lose money at that game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Anything
It's
to
a
add
little
to that,
expensive.
Ohm? How was your couple weeks?
It was good, thank you. And yours?
Not bad. Busy
Yeah,
at work,
I can't complain.
but happy to get paid.
Yeah, I bet.
And Val.
Pretty good. Just getting off of my little vacation that I had. We took a trip to MetroCon in Tampa, and that was super fun.
Yes, how I haven't really ever been to like a con. So, did you do anything interesting? Like, do they have stuff like that, like games or whatever set up, or no?
They have a few interesting things, but one of them was like, basically a sign-up sheet for like, sort of like a LARP session, a dungeon crawl, but like in person. So everybody gets these character sheets, and then you, based on what you are, you have abilities, and you get these foam swords and shields, and zombies come out, and you gotta fight them back and solve the puzzles in the dungeon. So that was super cool.
So kind of like a like a LARP with mixed with the escape room.
Yeah,
That
kind
does
of.
sound fun.
That does
And
sound
then we watched a something called Kaiju Big Battle, where people dress up as different giant monsters and put on a wrestling match.
Is that from Pacific Rim Job?
It sounds like it would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That kind of sounds like what Joy does for their stream. All like the superheroes and stuff wrestling.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay. I thought you meant the other part.
No,
That's what I thought.
no, that
All right, every
would
time people say
that would be
Pacific Rim, I
Joy's
have to say that.
OnlyFans.
Where are you
Yeah.
streaming again?
Oh, goodness. I don't even know anymore.
On that note, I feel like that's a good part to transition into for a recap. So which of you brave souls would like to take the lead for that with having, or I guess with the sessions being every other week?
Yeah, for what I recall last time, we did a little bit of what do you call it? A little bit of prep work before
Yeah.
going on our journey. We did a lot of like work and gathering materials and such.
Journey resources kind of stuff.
Yep, putting in a little bit of work on the boat, and doing a little bit of work to get some healer's kits as well.
Yes. Oh, and we met new friends, people in our squad. They were kind of dicks, but they're kind of starting to be less dicky to us now. Teammate.
Except to
Leroy, Yost, Sithel, and then I didn't have the others, but those are the three I had.
Phil and Fode.
No one played.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure which one's Thill and which one's Fode yet.
Interesting names.
But yeah, they were kind of just like when we first met them, they were just kind of asses to us and rude and making like obscene jokes about us, and then we started to get a little more friendly with them, and then we kind of realized that that's just kind of their attitude. They do it to each other and stuff too. They're kind of just pranksters, sort of. Just kind
There
Yeah, I know what
is
it
one
started
thing
out
I'd
in
like
this
to
I was thinking pompous. But
Well,
we can say
yeah.
prankster.
There is one thing I'd like to add that did happen before this point, just so Joy gets a little bit more of a sense of how the session went in a whole. Xerxes did have a nice time while Ohm and Ryzen went all out on Dragon for a night on the town, each finding themselves in a brothel. Ohm and Ryzen leaving, and Xerxes having quite a bit of fun.
Yeah, prep work.
Prep work.
What'd you call that? Wet work.
Went off and partied with a bunch of male elves. What
And
work works.
Oh.
then there were also roommates, and since you weren't here to pick your roommate was picked for you.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Who was my roommate?
Who do you think?
None other than Val.
Oh. No.
Calm down, sweetie. We're the best of friends.
No, don't you talk to me like that.
But I just wanted to add those two much needed to know points in. Very, very dire to the storyline.
We like accidentally wandered into what we realized was a brothel. And
Mhm.
oh yeah, that was like who was it? Was a Loxodon that was talking to us, asking if we wanted to join in their services, and I basically just said I don't want you to crush my pee-pee, so I left. Loxodon, and yeah, me and him left.
I don't want you to crush my pee-pee.
Oh, yeah.
But yes, you did
okay.
make some, whether, I believe some of the words used were pompous, jerks, I think I heard as well. What were the other ones?
Yeah, just kind of stuck up, and it kind of like had like that frat boy feel, you know, like the
Pranksters.
classic. Yeah, I don't know. Pranksters isn't really the right word. It's like they kind of fuck with each other.
Snobby.
That was the
Yeah.
other one, pranksters, that you had said.
Yeah.
But yes, each of you did set sail, meeting the other team that you were assigned with along the Jasmine ship, setting sail on March 23rd, and then not much has happened. But I'll hand it off back to you at that point.
Yeah, we basically set sail on the ship towards the islands that we're going to do these. Well, it's this job, I guess, that basically we're trying to help them take the islands back over, which are kind of basically run wild with other creatures. And on the way to one of the first islands, these fish people just kind of started jumping out of the water onto our boat. And I'm assuming these are some of the people that are kind of taking over the islands that we're probably going to have to stop. But if I remember right, they tried talking to us in some language that we couldn't understand. And
Mhm.
it's kind of, we're probably going to get into a fight, but it's unclear.
Sounds to me it's time for a fight.
Yeah, it could go potentially not into a fight if we diplomatically talk to them, but I don't know if we have the ability to communicate with them.
Out of character, do we have a wizard in the group? Comprehend languages?
Mm-mm.
I can't remember, did we recognize the language that they spoke so far? Or no?
No,
Okay.
we even, I looked over everyone's character sheets to, like, double check, and then everyone sent me theirs, so we've even triple verified.
Damn.
Does
Triple.
that include Joy?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
But yeah, it was pretty good. So we'll continue our story with this. Continuing on near midday, March 29th, year 1101, as these green-scaled and blue-finned creatures pulled themselves up out of the sea and aboard the ship. As each of you gave them a bit of a stare, they seemed to be attempting some type of communication with each of you and the crew aboard. As the winds pick up a tad, each of you feel the ship rock back and forth just a bit. Then another loud thud comes from the hull. You hear Captain Lagerbeard yell out, "What the fuck is that? They're going to sink the ship if they keep banging aboard. Why is he all standing there? Attack him or get him to leave. Do your job." And with that, the other group, the High Elf Luxodon, 2 male half-elves, and the human, each draw their weapons. And as they do, these creatures begin to jump off ship. One of them in the back stays. You hear the creature from the back still yelling out. This one looking a bit different, a bit more blubberish, and less scaled and more leathery. With an orange fin that goes down the back, there seems to be bits of seaweed that just drape over the waist. You see a 3 tails that come from the back.
Is he still speaking that language that we don't understand? Or is it a different language?
It still seems to almost be gurgling, like seawater attempting to come up. Bits of just bubbles are heard.
I just shout over to him, "Spit it out, man. Get that water up. We can't understand you."
At this point, can each of you give me yet another insight check? This still at disadvantage.
I got 24.
Disadvantage? Damn.
Nice.
Thank
You
you.
gotta roll it twice.
Yeah,
Take the lower number.
I need one more roll.
Oh, don't do
Yeah.
that.
Time for the one.
Oh, damn.
Still good.
22.
Good.
Still
Yeah.
not bad. Do you need access to Xerxes' character sheet, Val?
Yes, I do not have access.
There you go, you should know.
Damn, she got more hit points than me.
Weakling.
As each of you are still a bit confused, you hear her shouts, back into the water, foul beast! And you see the other team pressing forward, and as they do, the other creatures do not seem to be here for a fight. Joy, you are quite certain that there is, while you're unsure of what's being said, there is a certainty of fear within the one that starts moving towards the captain.
Interesting. Do the others know about this, or?
Another loud bang along the hull.
Can I try speaking to him in my other languages and see if he knows them? I would just start speaking in Elvish, asking, "Do you understand this language?" And then I would try Abyssal and see if he understands the same thing.
As you try to communicate, you hear words coming from over the ship. They're too dim-witted to know what they're trying to say. And as you look over, a familiar face pulls themselves aboard, begins to give almost a similar type gurgle back to the green-scaled creatures. And as he does, the rest jump overboard.
What's the one guy?
Captain, they were here to give a bit of a warning. I'm uncertain of exactly what it means, but their words only carry so far.
So they weren't aggressors to us?
No, they were here to bring warning.
Of what?
It seems the islands are a bit unsafe. There has been times where day has turned into night quickly.
Like the sunlight changes during the daytime?
From their words, it is gone.
The sunlight is gone, or?
The sun itself.
Damn. I mean, damn.
Well, that's what we were hired to do. We were hired to clear out these islands, right? We know it's going to be dangerous.
Yes. Although we were told there are some parts of civilization in towns, right? Are those towns still intact, or? I'm assuming he didn't tell you that much.
Those ones don't go on land. And then you see his attention get drawn to the bow of the ship. Can each of you give me a perception check? 9 hells, what is that? Calls out.
I got 16.
You hear a few individuals as they call out. I can't see anything. What do you mean? And Joy, each of you notice a black, almost a black cloud, smoke is coming your way.
Well,
It
that's
is
not good.
nearly invisible, but you catch little bits of remnants of it as it makes its way towards the ship.
Can I run to the captain?
Sure.
I will point it out to the rest of the crew.
I
Does it
say,
look like another ship? Sorry.
Captain, there's smoke coming from the ship.
As the captain looks around, Lagerbeard doesn't notice much, and he just gives you a kind of a puzzled look. And as he does, nearly instantaneously, everything goes dark.
Oh, listen.
As the darkness sets in, As the darkness sets in, each of you, without dark vision, will basically have 5 foot of sight. With dark vision, you will be able to see 30 foot. But as this black smoke, which was nearly invisible, begins to set in, it engulfs the ship entirely as your vision becomes quite obscured. Everything seems to grow quiet. The waves that were battering against the ship seem to have disappeared. The sun that was directly above is gone. The wind has a deathly howl to it as it still pushes the ship towards the east.
I'll call up to the crow's nest. Oh, is everything all right up there?
So far, so good, but this darkness is diminishing my vision.
Yes, down here it looks like mostly everybody's intact as far as I can tell.
I'd recommend lighting some torches.
I'll pull out a torch from my bag and light it up and see if it does anything.
After taking a couple of moments to light the torch, it gives off about 15 foot of light before it seems to just be nullified. But as you turn, maneuvering the torch about just a bit, you notice a couple of things. There seems to be people aboard the ship. These dark cloaked figures you see emitting just a little bits of smoke. Where you expect to see a face under the hood, there is nothing but emptiness. You see one reach out, and as it does, you hear one of the Luxodons give a yell. At this point, can each of you begin to roll me initiative?
Oh.
I do have dark vision as well, just so you know.
Ooh.
Ooh.
It sucks. This is like the one character I have that doesn't have dark vision.
Come get your torch.
I get 9. I have a torch.
Also,
I just
I cannot click on the token for Xerxes.
I'm so used to not having dark vision for my other character.
but I do now.
Right.
Slow vision. Can you delete Xerxes token? I'll just re-add it.
Yep, let me just add the rest of the tokens and then I'll do that for you, bud.
I accidentally made a clone of myself that's swimming behind us. It can be used as an ambush.
Just click on it and hit delete
Oh god.
on your keyboard.
Oh. Dang, I wish I had my clone now.
Then once we get Xerxes added, we will begin at the top of the turn order.
But these
How do I-
ghost-looking things are the only enemies, right?
What's your modifier there, Joy? And I'm sorry, what was your question, Ryzen?
The ghost-looking things are the only ones that are the enemies, right? With the health bars.
Sure.
Okay. Well, we'll see, I guess.
I had a +1, so I got 9 altogether.
I don't think that went through. Let me try it again.
Did you already click that thing to put us in order, DM?
Nope, not yet. I was waiting for everyone.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I was about to change it to 15. There we go.
Okay. Seems that we got everybody. Definitely wanted to make sure I turned down Rhythm Bot before the next one because that one was at like 180 and I normally play this one at 40. So, at the top of the turn order for round 1, we have a few of the crewmates who, while they each try to move, you begin to hear them let out a bit of a yell. Val, Xerxes, as each of you turn, you'll both notice a few other creatures as well. As this one extends its hand, it seems to pull the soul out of the creature itself. This slightly glowing heavenly orb quickly turns to black and then into smoke.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Oh, they big. Problem.
This one of the smaller ones, will reach out towards Xerxes and attempt an attack. A 13 to hit.
That's a miss.
As it does, you'll see this astral hand stretch forward, then right before striking Xerxes, it just whiffs air. It's moving quite slowly, but you're unsure of where the exact movement is actually coming from. Moves us to Ohm.
Well, I already had my longbow loaded.
Yes,
So
you
I'm
did.
going
You had
to-
it pointed at one of the others, all
Yeah.
up in the crow's nest.
I'm going to point it at this one. Take a shot.
Wait, which one?
This guy right here is our ally.
He's an ally?
Yeah, he's the guy
Yeah.
that trained us earlier.
Too late.
We
No.
fought him.
Yeah, that's
Well,
why I
this
was.
one then.
That's why I was making sure.
The colors of the rims
Missed
really messed
anyway,
me up.
Yeah. I'm that color too, so please don't shoot me.
Yeah.
Shooting at the large one, the arrow goes straight through. Little bits of black smoke seem to be slightly affected, but your arrow seems to not have an effect.
Okay. That was a normal arrow, by the way.
Got it. Anything else, Ohm?
That's the end of my turn.
Oh, you'll see the one to the east where you would assume eyes to be. You see letting out a bit of a bluish glow, and as it does, it seems to just be looking over the deck entirely. It extends its hand, and Ryzen, 1 through 6, what number do you want?
5.
Okay. Give me a volunteer. Roll a d20 for me. Just one of you, please.
A volunteer.
Do it. You've been rolling high.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
I don't know if
roll
it's good
shit.
though. Well,
Oh,
That's the fun
More
part.
time.
We know it's
So
good.
as this flash seems
hey, I said a
to
5, right?
seems to come across from this creature, a few of the Luxodon, other crewmates, and a couple of your team, the teammates from the other team, and the trainer, each fall to their knees as you see them just almost wither away like paper floating in the wind, and as they do, each then slowly turning to smoke and dissipating. You hear Hazix, the gentleman that trained you before this journey, and he just gives a half-hearted attempt of communication as each of you just hear a gasp for air, and then he's gone.
hmm. That problem.
But then with that, the large one disappears as well, vanishing from sight, and then becoming the creature just behind you, Ryzen, as it extends its hand and attempts to attack you. Oh, that is an 8 on the dice.
What's the total?
It's a miss, trust me.
Alright, because I don't have high armor class. That's a sorcerer. I don't have high armor class.
This crewmate will valiantly run forward and attempt to swing at one of these creatures, and as he does, it just goes straight through. You hear a bit of a as it strikes. He looks a bit dumbfounded. This piece of plank in his hand doesn't seem to be much of a weapon. Joy, you begin to see a familiar flash of light come from the back. And as it does, you see the elves around, some of the remaining crew, begin to fall and then dissipate into nothingness, into the smoke. And as it does, can you also give me a Constitution saving throw?
I really don't wanna. I don't trust your throws. Come on, dice. You've been rolling for me good all night. Okay.
Not bad.
16. 16 altogether.
All right.
You're dead.
Feel this bit of nausea, but
Oh.
it's not just in your stomach. It carries through your entire body. You feel yourself begin to give like a bit of a tremor, some shakes, and it feels something deep within you is trying to pull itself out, but you're able to fight it off. And after a quick second, you don't seem to have any effect, but that 1 second felt to be minutes. So we move to Xerxes.
Oh. Ugh. I felt that.
Xerxes takes out his rapier and strikes at this one right here. Wow!
Unfortunately, that is a miss as the rapier goes
Yeah.
straight through. It doesn't seem to have any effect.
That's unfortunate. That's
Anything
about
else?
it. No bonus actions here.
This one next to you, Ryzen, will attempt its attack. That's a 12.
That somehow misses.
Okay.
Wow.
Shocking.
I'm more shocked
Gotcha.
that I'm like actually shocked that he's not.
Count your blessings.
So this first attack is going to go towards you, Ohm. You see this creature move its way up, floating, ascending towards you, and then begins to attempt to attack you. And then the second one will be going towards you, Val. First attack is an 11, and the second is a 10, both missing you. And as it hits into the crow's nest, you see Jack just kind of curled up in a fetal position. The hand goes through the wood and almost scrapes his back, and he says, "Cold, so cold." But that'll bring us to Val.
All right. I'm going to take out my Warhammer and give it a good swing. I'm going to go ahead and just drop the torch that I'm holding and swing with two hands.
Ooh, nice.
That is a hit.
Ooh,
There's one in front of me.
smack that bitch.
All right, roll me damage. 7 points of damage. And as you hit it, you hear it give another gasp, and as it does, it attempts to reform, but just dissipates into the black smoke.
With that, I'll move up to here. And just kind of stand there and just call out, I don't know what the hell these things are, but they don't seem too tough.
The one that was in this location, you see just descend below deck, and you each begin to hear bits of yells from the crew down below, and then after a moment, silence. You hear bits of murmurs and confusion as each of you look down towards the deck, and through the cracks of the wood, each of you see quite a plethora of black smoke rising from beneath the ship.
Does it smell like there's a fire?
No, it does not.
Well, that's not
It
good.
just appears to be magical smoke.
Mm.
I don't know where all the fucking crew's going, but the rest that can hear me, get your ass up here or we're going down. As each of you begin to
Listen,
hear
Captain.
bits of commotion come from down below deck.
Mm. What? Where's the way to get to lower deck?
These crates, kind of looking thing, lead down to
Oh, okay.
down below the stairs.
Okay, okay. I know what I'm doing then.
And as one of these creatures moves towards one of the remaining Luxodons still aboard the ship, it will extend its hand and attempt to attack. And with a 16, that'll be a hit. just want to double check the character sheet. And as it does, you'll see that Luxodon, while looking quite a bit formidable, fairly large, if you will, begin to wither down. It seems that his entire mass, his entire being, is diminishing. Joy.
I yell at the captain, just keep this thing going, and you better make sure we make it to land as I go under the ship.
As you open it up, you'll begin to see quite a few of the crew making their way up. There's still a decent amount left, but definitely not the number that you would know to be down below.
Can I roll a perception check?
Sure. What are you looking for?
I'm just looking for what is down there. Like, what's causing all those ruckus? Is it more spirits, or is it more of these faceless
from the looks
beings?
of it, it seems that what was ever down there is no longer there. From the direction of the crew, there seems to be no threat down below.
Okay. Alright, we'll make it like right here. Is there a way? Oh no. Well, I have a sacred flame, and I don't want to cast that right here. Oh.
Sacred Flame is radiant damage. I don't think it's fire.
Yeah,
Oh.
it won't
That's
catch
correct.
the ship.
It's also
on fire.
single target. It's not like AoE.
And
Yeah, you're
I
right.
always mess that up as well because it says flame. Should be fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, I'm going to try to cast Sacred Flame on this target.
The one up there by Kroot near the crow's nest. I believe that's a dexterity save.
Yeah.
I
think so.
Yeah.
What's your DC?
Yeah.
Because I think this natural one beats it.
Oh, for sure, definitely. Just
DC
barely.
-2?
Yeah. The mod's like a plus 17.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. So that's a fail. Can you go ahead and roll me the damage?
Yes, I can. Once I find it.
Once I find it. And Ryzen, you'll be up next.
1d8 radiant damage. 6.
Good.
Get blasted, goon.
It's a good roll.
Is it possible to also light a torch, or will that take a whole action?
That will take a whole
That
action.
takes an action, yeah.
But when you strike that one with your sacred flame, the radiant energy seems to flow through the creature entirely, and with that, it nearly vanishes. And instead of a bit of a gasp, it almost lets out the sound of a yell. And you roll me a perception check at disadvantage, Joy.
I do have a lit torch that I dropped
First
on
one.
the ground right here.
Oh yeah, that's noted.
First one is a 17. Yeah. And then the second one. Ooh.
But that should be giving it a little bit of light.
6.
So, unfortunately, you don't note anything other than the sacred flame seems to have done quite a number to it. The smoke almost seems to be sizzling as the form is quite disrupted, but still holds a bit.
I want to yell out to everybody that, hey, it looks like radiant damage or some type of radiation affects them more than normal.
Oh, that's fantastic. I'll stick to my hammer.
Okay.
Radiantly bludgeoning.
Radiantly bludgeoning. I'm gonna
Anything else,
continue
Joy?
using- Nope, that is it for me.
Ryzen.
Alright, I'm gonna gamble here, and I'm gonna attack this guy here with a Chaos Bolt. I know I'm in melee, so it's a disadvantage, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'm already back from Vegas, still gambling though.
I know, right?
Right, dang.
Does a 14 hit?
The gamble pays off. 14's a hit.
Alright, so let's see here. I rolled a 1 and an 8 on a damage, so that could be... I get to choose the damage here. That could either be acid or thunder. Let's go with thunder. And... Sure that was... Yeah, it's a 1 and an 8. Okay. So thunder, and it's a total of 11 damage on that one.
Takes it out completely. And almost like pushing wind away, this one evaporates from the energy from your Chaos Bolt. Well played.
I get...
Yeah.
Do I, like, notice anything weird?
Unfortunately not.
Okay. I think that's all I got. Oh yeah. They apparently blow up when you hit them with thunder.
Noted.
This one near Xerxes will take another swing. Well, a 12 to hit. Still low on the attack rolls.
That's a miss.
That brings to Ohm.
Okay, I will drop my bow in the crow's nest, and I will aim a fist at this guy's
Aim a fist.
owl where his face should be. And
Unfortunately, a
That's
10's a
it.
miss, bud.
okay, and then I will use a key point. Do a flurry of blows.
And with that Wolfang fist.
Hit him twice more. 2 more chances.
Oh my gosh, I keep rolling.
Oh god.
Oh no!
Those are so low.
Ooh.
Get them all out now.
Oh,
Unfortunately, each of those are a miss, bud.
all right. And that's all I can do.
A crewmate, still aboard. Joy, you begin to see the latch open and a couple more make their way up. But the one near this one will, you know what? He's gonna be ballsy and he's gonna try to throw his plank of wood up at this guy.
Listen. If he makes that, I would be very
Oh, it's an
surprised.
11. The plank
Damn.
of wood just seems to soar right through it and has no effect.
Good shot.
Xerxes.
Alright, gonna take a stab with the rapier at this one right here.
Good
That's
turtle
better.
man.
15's a hit.
Nice.
Oh, it's an elephant wizard.
Ooh, that's good damage.
That is good damage. I think that's enough. Yeah, it's enough to take it down.
Go ahead, Val. Even though I can't see.
Well, that's Xerxes.
Oh.
And then Xerxes runs down to
you're right.
They
here
look alike.
and over to here.
You're so right. It's dark. I can't see anything.
At this point, you'll see the Luxodon look down towards the fire, Val, and then frantically begins to look about the area, something he's looking for something to smolder, it appears.
I'll see him doing that, and I'll just... If you're so worried about it, toss it over the side.
Oi! And then the shadow near you, Ryzen, will extend its hand and attempt to attack you again.
Let me touch your face.
Ooh,
Makes a
Ryzen, this
caress
one definitely
attack, dude.
hits 22.
Yep,
Ooh.
that hits. Ow.
What's that, double your AC?
Not quite, but
Not quite.
rude.
And as you feel yourself slowly wither away, just as you had observed with the Luxodon off towards the bow of the ship, you will take 11 points of necrotic damage
Oh, wowie.
and minus your
Huh.
strength by 2 points.
Ooh.
Jesus.
That's okay, you're a sorcerer.
Yeah.
That's a dump stat. So
You don't need muscles.
Alright, this one near you, Ohm, will attempt to attack you. Oh, well, I guess the high rolls only last so long. That's an 11.
no.
Ooh.
And then it'll bring us to Val.
So that one by Ohm is just up near the
Yeah,
crow's
up about
nest.
30 foot.
Okay, I ain't getting to that one. So I'm gonna run down the stairs. That's like 10 foot, 15, and then run over to this side. And I'm gonna take a strike at this one right here. I'm gonna keep wielding it two-handed.
Ooh, nice.
16's a hit.
Oh,
Good damage.
And as you swipe through it, the Warhammer gives it a nice whiff of air, and the creature seems to almost dissipate before forming itself back together, but seems to be quite diminished.
That's it for my turn.
Oh my gosh. This one near the Luxodon rolls a natural 20.
oh.
Goodbye, Luxodon.
Oh, he's dead.
And as it strikes him, you'll see the hand of this creature just sink in to its this Luxodon's chest. The Luxodon withers away bit by bit, and then as it does, you'll see the hand pulling out a creature that looks just like itself. They form together just a bit, growing in size. The Luxodon dissipates, and then the creature disappears as well.
Good thing. Wait, did I see that? Oh.
Whoa! Oh, don't scare me like that.
I wanted you to see how large it got before it left.
I definitely would have cried out if I would have heard that or seen that.
Fortunately, Joy, a little bit out of your range, but you have seen quite a few others dissipate into nothing.
Oh yeah, I would have been screaming.
And it is your turn.
Okay. Well, I always put others first. So, how are you looking on health? I yell out to you.
I haven't been scratched yet.
Okay.
You hear another call out from the crow's nest. I think it touched me!
You hear gurgle gurgle from me.
Ooh.
Ryzen took a
How far
hefty
away
hit.
is? How far away is Ryzen from me?
I
Like,
think
are you
at this
above?
point, like
or-
you have an
Like
idea of
25?
where he may be, but you cannot see him.
Right.
But this relay of information is perfect.
Oh,
follow
Is that,
follow the
um,
yells.
I
Where
don't
the-
want to just.
But where the captain is like steering from, is that raised up? It kind of looks weird.
It is about 10 foot. I know
Oh,
it's a
man.
little hard to do the detail with wooden stairs and then a wooden ship. So
Yeah.
what I tried to do is I made the stairs vertical kind of thing, and then the rest of the ship horizontal. If that helps at all.
Can I do a? And it's only 10 foot. Could I jump from where I am to like right here?
Is that down or up?
That's down.
It'll be down.
It looks up, but it's down.
Yeah.
My depth perception's killing me.
Yeah, it is
Yeah, a
down.
10-foot
but yes,
drop, you
it
might
is.
take damage.
You will take damage.
Ooh, okay, well.
You could just go down the steps there.
Yeah, you got the steps right
Yeah,
there.
stairs right above you.
Remember, you
If I
got 30
take-
feet of movement.
But if I take the steps, I won't get to him in time.
Why wouldn't you? You got 30. Each square is only 5
You
foot.
could probably get to like right there, and
Right,
then you might
but-
be able to see him and cast a spell at range.
Hold on.
Or there.
If you go
Wasn't there like a wall here?
5,
There's like a railing.
Yeah, railing.
Oh, it's a railing. I'm
Right.
thinking it's a whole wall. Okay.
I mean, if you did this, I don't know if
I
that
don't
thing.
know. Rise and yell to me. Where are you?
I'm right here.
I called out as well.
I'm gonna
And the
get
only
right
thing
there.
I'll require is an athletics check for you to jump over the railings. DC,
Listen,
single digits.
it's DC. Listen, my athletics ain't that good. I don't know what.
You've been rolling well.
You know, you say that, but then I do roll, and then it's like not
Nonsense. You
good.
got this. What are you gonna roll? 1?
Well, I rolled a 7.
Well,
Well, the 6 was the DC, so you're fine.
Woo!
It doesn't
You
look
A
good.
little bit.
You stumble quite a bit, but you do not fall prone and make it over towards Ryzen, following the calls from your team.
I'm going to. Okay, Ryzen, I'm gonna touch you, but it's me, Joy.
All right, I'm okay with this.
You better be okay with it. I cast Cure Wounds onto his back.
Thank you. Well, the funny thing is, my back is located on my cock.
Oh, well, hold on.
Oh my god.
Hold up. Listen now.
Remember the
Listen
Superbad line?
now.
That was from Superbad.
Oh.
Sorry,
So
they kind of set that one up pretty straight up.
So what is it? A
Listen,
D8
I
plus your
love
Hop right into
modifier?
that one.
yeah, it's +3. So let me roll a d8. That was wrong. So you gained 6.
Thank you.
6 HP back to
welcome.
Ryzen as you feel the wounds cure and heal over. Your strength still feels diminished.
Mm-hmm.
I touched you.
Thank you.
Now
Me
fight.
next. Me next.
Is that the
No.
end of your turn?
Yeah.
Ryzen.
I refuse to touch you.
I'm going to cast Magic Missile at this one.
I'd rather cast Healing Word.
Oh, I'm gonna have to do this the 3 times. Damn. Hold on. Sorry.
I read a
One.
rule by what's his name? Jeremy Crawford. That you're just supposed to take the first roll and multiply it by however many magic missiles you have.
Really?
Boo!
But they said it's the DM's discretion.
What if you roll once the first time? That would suck.
Oh,
I
that would
know.
be terrible.
But if you roll
That's why I
a
said
Mm.
he also said it's also that DM's discretion. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan. Oh, I'm always a fan of rolling, even for like HP. So
yeah, me too.
it does add the bonuses, so that is 9 damage to this guy right here.
barely
Oh,
hanging
So
on.
close.
The creature still remains.
Force damage.
is at the end of your turn.
Yeah.
This one's extra tough.
As we move back to the top of the turn order, each of you feel your lungs growing heavy. You feel it slightly hard to breathe amongst this black smoke surrounding you, while it begins to just seem to fill your lungs. Can each of you give me a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage?
All of us?
All of you.
There's
The
mine.
smoke surrounding me just as bad as everybody else since I'm 30 feet up in the air.
Yes, it is.
That's a good question.
Okay.
But it
But
is a
ask.
good question.
Are you kidding me?
Oof. Okay.
Question. Are your
14, not bad.
saving throws are nat ones always nat ones, or you just have to pass the save? It's not an attack roll.
You just have to pass the save.
Okay, I'm gonna use my feature for when I fail saving throw. Favored by the gods, you have to roll 2d4s whenever I fail a saving throw or an attack roll.
I got
I
king.
rolled 2d4s and add it to it.
Yeah. Roll it.
Yeah, I love that shit.
Ooh.
Okay.
Dope.
Not terrible.
Double
So an
one.
extra
Oh.
5, but that's still
11?
an 11. I don't know if
Ooh,
that's enough.
favored by the gods.
So,
Better than 6.
as
Yeah.
each of you have this feeling of drowning come across, you hear the rest of the crew begin to let out a bit of a yell. Each of you feel your chest clenching, your heart rate slowing quite a bit. Each of you feel as if you're dying. You will take minimum damage, 1 point of damage,
I'll take it.
as you then catch a bit of fresh air as you breathe in, each of you quite heavily. You look down towards your bodies. You see this slight blackish water emitting from your skins. It seems like sweat, but it's black.
Reason?
However, each of you feel quite rejuvenated. Oh, it's your turn.
Oh,
All right.
Interesting.
This guy's still floating in front of me. I'm like, a persistent fellow, are you? And I'll go ahead and try to punch him again.
As you reach out and
19.
strike, you hear an as it dissipates into the smoke.
Right. And seeing my friends in trouble, I will skedaddle down the ladder rope. Does that is that considered difficult terrain, or is that still part of my?
You can give me an athletics check and see if you can negate it.
How about acrobatics?
If you do flips and stuff, I'll allow it.
I will. I'll like hold on, then flip upside down, and then grab on the ladder, and then flip my feet over.
That'd be sick.
Dope. Oh, it looks cool as hell. No.
Oh my
Natural
goodness.
20.
Like caterpillar
uh,
down the ladder, yeah.
So it
Super
essentially
amazing.
takes no movement for you to make your way down.
All right.
Catching yourself moving quite gracefully. As you look around, the crew that has made their way up is in astonishment.
All right, that worked out pretty well. And I'll use my last key point for flurry of blows to try to dissipate this guy. Ah, man,
Dang.
12.
Ooh.
A 12's a hit.
Nice.
With the first fist thrust, you miss, but then following through with the momentum, you just give Val and Xerxes a little bit of a wink as each of you see Ohm stretch forward. It seems that he's almost tripped himself to thrust himself harder more forward towards the creature, and as he does, the creature dissipates.
God, that showing off took a toll on my forearms.
You punch rather quickly.
It's my years of training.
Does my strength come back?
Are we still in the darkness?
After a couple of moments, the darkness seems to dissipate, and each of you find it to just still be near midday. The ocean calm, still. Can each of you give me a perception check?
At yellow, I use tilt controls.
Shit.
God, these fucking nat ones.
I got a 7.
Gotta love
17.
'em. Look, that's a nat 4. Though.
I'm sorry, did Val just transform? Oh, there it is.
Same twins, bro.
Joy, you two are the first to notice, a little bit more notably for you, the other ships, the 4 of them that were sailing along with you, 2 of them are gone.
I didn't know there was other ships.
That was one of the reasons I wanted to point that 4 out.
Oh, you're right.
Then quickly your attention is drawn to what seems to be almost like a mountain extending into the sky. But not just any type of normal mountain. Joy, each of you note this pillar-like structure to be extending up into the sky as far as you can see, and it is well over the horizon at this point as well.
What is that? I say to the captain.
No idea.
Are we supposed to be back on the big map instead of the
Yes.
ship? Okay.
But you're still aboard the ship.
Okay.
and
Are
I'll-
all the people, the crew members from before, are they still gone? Did they ever come back?
No, they're gone.
Team 2's gone too? Or
Team-
Team 8?
Team 8 is all gone.
Oh, God.
And so is the gentleman that trained you, which his name was only dropped a couple times, but in case you feel if it's any importance, Hazix. He was a kraken like style creature that was there to assist you amongst your journey.
Oh, he's the one that touched me with his tentacle, isn't he?
Maybe.
Kraken priest thing.
What's it to you?
Yes,
Listen,
the kraken
listen here,
priest
Val.
thing.
Didn't know he had a... That was the same guy. It's...
Wow. A lot of help that other team was.
They didn't deserve to be put into nothingness like that, though. They deserve to live just like us.
Yeah.
Maybe if they were a bit kinder, they would have.
Well, if it wasn't for them, it would have been us, unfortunately. Not that
Still
we
feel like they
deserve it.
deserve- I feel like they deserve better.
Now, Captain, is that
What
a point towards the big thing? Is that where we're heading towards?
Odd. But where are the others? Where did everybody go? Even some
They're
of the
gone.
ships are gone.
Those creatures in that darkness took them.
Have you encountered anything such as this before, Captain?
Fuck no. If I would have been telling you all about it the whole fucking time.
Yes, they seem to disappear in the darkness.
Sorry, I really like this captain.
As each of you see Captain Lagerbeard giving almost like this pale look in his face, he seems to still be holding onto the wheel of the ship and is not breaking his grasp. You see his hands turning bits of white as he grasps the wheel harder and harder.
As we're getting closer, and after that attack, I'll go ahead and make sure I have everything equipped with me and ready to go.
I'll point at the mountain and ask him, is that our destination?
Alright, but that doesn't look like no mountain.
We're still on course. Maybe we got turned
Aye.
about in that fray.
But according to the sun, we're right on course.
I don't believe you.
Go ahead and give me
I want to do an insight check. Yeah.
I fully believe him. He's the captain. I don't sell ships.
Is he bullshitting us?
It seems that the captain is quite literally scared shitless. He doesn't know which way is up, which way is down.
Oh,
You basically feel as if he doesn't even know if he's actually on a ship.
oh God.
Bits more of the crew begin to emerge from below deck, each of them looking just as confused as the next as they make their way up. You just
least-
continuously keep hearing, "Where are the others? Where are the others?" It seems that nearly half of the crew and the rest of the individuals aboard the ship are gone.
But not a single one of Team 8 is still here.
Correct. Team 8 is all gone.
Single one.
An easy way to deal with some pompous assholes, I guess. If you ask him, I'm sure that's how he feels.
Hey, Jack made it.
By cowering in fear and not moving at all, yes, he did.
I'll look for the first mate if he's still around.
You don't see him.
The next person in charge after that.
Being a bit unsure who it is, a crewmate will begin to take the lead and escort. You hear him say, "Escort the captain to the quarters. He seems to need to be attended." As you make your approach, you see that this individual is a half-elf male, short-cropped brown hair, short little pointy ears with green eyes, and is wearing a bit of fur and some other clothing, bits tathered with sweat. See that it almost seems that he's jumped overboard with how soaked and sweaty he is. While a bit nervous, he still seems to take the lead.
I'll ask his name.
John. What's it to you?
No, just gonna congratulate you on taking the lead on this. The captain looked like he's out of his wits.
I'm pretty sure I smelled a bit of shit on the captain. But
That as well.
Well, it's a good thing he's wearing his brown pants today.
Aye. It doesn't seem that anyone else is going to be moving, and if we're going to make it to land, someone needs to take charge. gonna take the helm of the ship. If you don't mind, keep an eye out. If you see anything like that again, give a holla.
I will, Captain.
Do we know how much time it's going to take to arrive?
It will be just a little over a week, actually, before you arrive.
Oh, all right.
Oh,
so
wow.
we're going to be.
Yeah, we still got some time.
We got time to rest then on the ship, I'm assuming.
Correct.
Okay.
But before we take a little bit of a break, we will essentially do a little bit of fast forwarding. And as a couple of days go by, moving us, I believe, what will be April? It would be April 1st at this point, with 2 days going by. Each of you feel fully recharged, and a long rest has been completed.
Hey, wait.
Cool.
I mean, golly, gee whip. No.
No.
On another note, I'm going to recheck the experience, but when we come back, we might do a little bit of a level up, because I know I owe you some
nice.
experience from before, and that combat as well. So, while we take our break, I'll tally that up, see where
Okay,
we're
did-
at, and
Did
then we'll
Rising
be back.
Strength come back?
Yes, it does. After the rest is
Okay.
completed, it does.
Thank you for
reminder.
reminding me.
Yeah.
But we'll be right back in just about 5-10 minutes and continue on with the story.
Nice.
Cool.
All right, and we're back. More Knights of Immortality. As it's been a couple of days, each of you feel a bit rested. The sea remains calm as each of you continue sailing off to the southeast. With each of you being at 341 experience, I believe it was.
Yep.
Each of you gain 695 experience, so you will get a level.
Nice.
It will put you at a total of 1,036 as you each move, I believe, to level
Nice.
4
Three.
or 3.
3.
Level 3. We got level 3 at 900.
Yep. 2,700 to get to level 4.
This is a big level for me.
Believe you.
So we'll take care of that first, just in case anyone wants to roll for HP, or if, you know, perhaps multi-classing, anything like that's going on, before we get back into a bit more role play.
4.
Hey DM, I'm deaf, so I need you to tell me how much XP we gain again because I'm illiterate.
You should be at 1,036.
Yeah, 1,036. I believe it was 695. Yeah, I still had it on the calculator. No con mod?
Yeah, I got +0.
Big oops.
I tried a different method for this character. I tried not to optimize it as much as I normally do. Instead, I based it around the background, being a performer.
Well, I definitely wasn't expecting to see a +0 there, but I mean, it makes sense.
So, where it says hit die, that's what I roll for my health, right?
Yeah, you don't
Correct.
have your sheet set up,
Yeah,
so you're just gonna roll.
Yeah, like when you level up your character on D&D Beyond, it'll give you the average, like automatically. So keep
Yeah,
that
if you
in
give me
mind.
+2.
Yeah. But keep that in mind. And after this, well, actually, just tell me right now, what internet browser do you use?
Google Chrome.
I'm just
Okay,
gonna get him set up with the Roll20 sheet as well.
Yeah, I
Top of
just
tomorrow.
sent him the Beyond 20 thing, or the information for it, and then he can use the D&D Beyond sheet. He wants to add the extension, but if you want to do that too, that's fine. I just remembered that I always kept saying I would send it, and like I always forgot, so that's why I just asked and then did it now.
Same. I would say because my hit die is 3d8s for some reason.
So yeah, you're only gonna use like one of the hit dice, but just roll a d8 and add your con if you're gonna roll for HP, and then
Okay.
add that to whatever your HP total was before.
So I'm not gonna level up Xerxes.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Yeah, because it's the archetype, and
Oh!
I don't know where she was going with it.
D8
nice.
from Joy.
Good stuff.
Oh yeah, +10. I was at 19. Now I'm at 29.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it must feel nice.
No, it does. You
Oh,
ain't
fighter
tanky
at
no more.
18.
You're not. I'm better than you now. Who can last longer now,
Ryzen.
bitch?
What's your AC, buddy?
Taking
Well, I
the
don't want to
average.
talk about that.
Yeah, Savage.
Listen, just because I keep
Okay.
getting smacked doesn't mean I won't keep getting back up.
True.
So, once each of your character sheets are good to go, if there's anything that you'd like to discuss in-game, feel free to do so, and then I will just move along until, I guess, I need my next roll. My next initiative roll, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what all I get for level 3. Because I'm a lost sheep.
Well, I mean, I think you get an extra level of. I think you get your level 2 spells.
Yeah, you get another spell. You have access to level 2 spells now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's pretty much all they get for level 3.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm
3 level
garbage.
1 spells and 2 level 2. I play cleric quite a bit, but I feel like while he's still
4
playing
level
a
1
monk.
spells.
4 level 1? Okay. I was
Yeah,
gonna say
four-
but
four
Ohm
spell
would definitely
slots.
know.
Yeah, it's 4.
I can have, yeah.
4 first spell slots, 2 second now, and you get an additional spell you can pick from the second level now. The one additional one that you can prepare. You're a cleric, so you can always change them out. Long rest.
And just depending on what your domain is, you always have to have like certain ones prepared, but they don't count against what spells you can prepare. It's just like a passive thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're free basically.
I'm learning.
And I mean, sometimes depending on what kind of cleric you play, some of those spells can actually be pretty good. And I don't know. I feel like that can be good or bad because you always want to cast them. But
Right. But I'm not.
It's nice.
Well, at least I'm not trying to anyway.
Well, remember that we're not doing like the gritty rules. We're doing what was it? The 3 days long rest, I believe, and 4 hours for a short rest.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that, like I was saying, like when we went to our break, is kind of what was entwined with feeling like rejuvenating, and then only a couple days passing before getting your full rest.
Mm-hmm.
So, if everyone's good to go, each of you wake the morning of April 1st feeling very much so rejuvenated, even a bit stronger. As you wake up and begin your morning routines, the ship still has quite a bit of silence about it. The crew is quite a bit shaken up from the events of a couple days ago. The captain still has not emerged from his quarters.
Hmm. Can I knock on the captain's quarters so I can get away from Val?
Rude. We're gonna be best friends. I hope you know this.
Yeah, and that'll be it.
You can never escape Val,
One might even say best lovers.
but you can go ahead and knock on the door. Unfortunately, Joy, when you do, you don't get a response.
Hello, Captain, are you in there? I say in a British tone for some reason. No answer, no nothing?
Still nothing.
Can I check to see if the door is unlocked?
It is not.
I begrudgingly go to find Val.
Val is hanging out on the ship deck with everything prepared.
I go to you and I say, hey, the captain isn't opening the door and it's locked. I need you to open it for me so I can see what's up. I say, not looking at him whatsoever.
Look over from looking out towards the ocean and where we're heading. And I say, all right, I can do it. And I pick up my warhammer and walk down towards the captain's.
Oh,
quarters.
why did I ask you of all people? I'm gonna follow behind her. Oh God.
Val, you make your way down, followed by Joy. Ryzen? What are each of you doing?
I'll be up in the crow's nest, keeping lookout.
At this point, go ahead and give me a perception check at advantage, and Val, you as well, please.
At advantage. The DM has graced us with advantage.
Yes.
I will not take it.
Ryzen, what are you doing, bud?
Probably just checking on everybody too, seeing if everybody's kind of holding their shit together. Might go try to cheer up the captain a little bit.
Well, Captain is MIA at the moment, but go ahead and give me a investigation check. And you can use advantage as well. And just what is Xerxes doing? Just double check. Looking out upon the ocean with Val, or
Was probably hanging out with Val.
all right? Give me a perception check for Xerxes as well.
At advantage or normal?
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry.
Still bad. I just suck at perception checks. I don't know what it is.
And Ryzen, each of you find out a couple of different things. As Val and Joy make their way towards the captain's quarters, looking out upon the ocean from the crow's nest, it's quite easy that this mountain-like formation that was growing over the horizon has come a bit more into view. You begin to see remnants of actual mountaintops, and then behind it is this giant pillar, a plume of black smoke. Ryzen, as you begin to check on the crew going about, you find out that the captain hasn't been seen since that day when the day turned to night, and Captain Lagerbeard has been MIA as stated, but each of the individuals thank you for defending the ship, but you find out as well with the 24 that there is quite a bit of fear. Each worried if the prior couple days events will aspire again.
I like the sound of that.
But with that information, I'll give each of you a moment to ponder while Joy and Val make their way towards the captain's quarters.
Listen, just don't completely break the door with your warhammer, all right?
What about the handle?
I mean, I was thinking you could like lock pick it or something. You don't have to go and destroy his whole door.
I don't lockpick things.
I know you're a forceful woman.
No, I might be able to get through it anyways.
All right, so as long as you don't cause a ruckus.
When we get to the door, is there any, like, how sealed is the door? Are there any, like, big gaps in it or anything like that?
No, there's not any big gaps, but it's just a typical wooden door. You see, like, there to be a keyhole and what appears to just a typical knob.
Is there any way to see through the other side?
If you were to go along the bottom, you can get a slight idea.
Okay. Yeah. I'll try to look through on the bottom.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
I'm great at these.
Yes, you are. You do not see anything of note. Just a few bits of furniture, and that's it. No light,
Alright, okay.
nothing.
Can I see an open area, like an open space, big enough for myself?
Yeah, you see a little bits of empty space on the floor.
So I'm going to kind of point a hand out towards underneath the door as I'm looking through, and use Manifest Echo, which I just got, and it's gonna a translucent stream just comes from my hand and it goes underneath the door, and it creates a shadowy image of me on the other side.
Interesting.
And then I will swap places with it.
Oh, cool.
So just to double check with you there, Val, it's a brilliant move. I have someone else that's playing a character like this, so I'm a little bit more familiar with the style of character. So thankfully, I learned a little bit. But you should have your shadow added into your journal. And if you can test it for me, just attempt to pull out the token, and it should do the shadow for you. The thing that you sent me.
Is the image on it?
Yes.
Or
it
should
be.
I add it on it?
Well, the image should be added for the token, anyways.
I don't see it there, but I can upload it real quick. There we go. Alright, now I'm just dragging it onto the map. There you go. It's up near Ravenshaw.
There we go. Just so each of you can see what the shadow looks like. Well, I guess I should say, Joy,
so
this is what you see as Val just poofs, and then this dark-looking
Normal me and shadow me.
shadow Val appears looking underneath the seam of the door.
And it's like a translucent gray image is what it is. So you can kind of see through it. But when I jump over to the other side, I just look to unlock the door.
Okay. It's quite easy. You unlock the door, and as you do so, Joy, you'll notice the door creaking open just a tad bit.
And as the door
That
swings
thing
open, I'll make the image disappear. Easy enough.
How the hell did you do that?
That's just a little trick I picked up.
Literally?
So you get a few interesting ideas when you are from the Underdark.
Fair enough. Did you find the captain?
I then turn around and look into the room.
As each of you look around, can you give me a perception check?
Yes.
At first, each of you noticing the room to be empty.
Ah,
I can see better.
Oh, goodness.
Joy, save the day.
Well, okay, whoa.
oh,
Now I know I'm not that good.
I'm just kidding. Val, you're first to notice, of course, the room being empty, but a candle that is half burnt out, the wax poured over a bit of a plate, attaching the plate to the table that it rests upon. And as each of you give a bit more of a look over, you notice the bed to be empty, sheets roughed up a bit, definitely quite a bit out of place. And Val and Joy, each of you notice remnants of clothes laying upon the bed.
That's not good. You know how to steer a ship?
There's some of the crew's left. They can steer it. I'll walk over to the bed and I'll flip up the bed and check underneath it.
I said don't cause a ruckus.
Yeah, but what if he's just hiding?
He wouldn't be
Val?
hiding under it.
You will find a compass, a key, and a small lockbox.
I take the compass, pocket the compass, pick up the lockbox, and go to find out what's inside of it. Try the key.
The key doesn't fit. It seems quite too large. The key seems to be
Probably the door key.
exactly.
Let's. Maybe this is a clue to see where he went. Let's go look around the room for a key.
If each of you would like, you can give me an investigation check.
Investigation check, you say?
Joke's on you. I'm just as good at these.
I'm actually pretty good if you want help.
We
I
can all
did
make
it.
Hey, did it!
Unfortunately, each of you find nothing.
Oh, come on now.
We
Hold
can
on.
all
can
make
have
this?
Oh, neat. I'm terrible too today.
Neither of you are with them, but if they want to go
Okay.
get you, you can.
Right. I wouldn't have seen anything anyway.
Well, I don't see a key in here, but my brother should be able to handle this easy enough. Is there anything else that you wanted from here?
No, it seems like we're gonna have to tell the crew that there's no captain aboard because, he vanished just like everybody else.
Let's wait to tell them until we make it to shore.
Well, how else are we gonna get to shore when no one else knows how to steer the ship?
They seem to be handling themselves quite fine. Someone took over.
Okay. It's your call.
Less commotion, the better for me.
Of course, selfish.
Would you like everybody to be in a panic in the middle of the ocean?
Listen, they're gonna find out one way or another.
And it's better to find out while you're on solid ground.
I just sigh and then just walk out.
I pat her on the shoulder. Listen, soon you'll realize it's for the better.
Again, I give a sigh and I just walk away.
As we leave, I close the door behind me and I'll lock it with the bigger key that I found.
Noted.
I'll take the little box over to Xerxes and see if Xerxes can open it.
Sir, got a lock picking set. Go ahead and give me a D20 plus, if you're proficient, your proficiency and dexterity modifier.
I think I just click Thieves' Tools and pick Dexterity, right?
That should be it. Ryzen, I know you just got a little bit of an extra HP, but if I remember correctly, with the amount of damage you took, I'm pretty sure you were within death's door.
Not quite.
I mean, you got close. Single
Yeah,
I
digits.
was at like, yeah, I was definitely. Well, I mean, we barely had double digits, but
Exactly, that's what I mean.
I think I was at like 6 out of 15 or something. So I don't know if that's quite death's door, but
And as
been long rested. But
Xerxes picks the lock with very little issue, there is quite the amount of gold pieces that are inside the lockbox.
Hmm.
Oh, look at this. Doesn't help us with the town we came from.
As a quick glance over from each of you, there seems to be roughly 40, 45, maybe a little bit more gold pieces.
Xerxes will look at it and say, "Oh, you say the captain's gone. We might as well just keep this, right?" Is Joy still with us?
She is.
No.
She's just trying to pretend that she's not. Oh, I mean, there hasn't been an otherwise stated unless the I guess was that. If you saw the lockpicking going on and wish to walk away, I mean, you can, but...
Yeah, I was gonna say, I see them lockpicking, I'm just gonna walk away. I'm like, oh, thieves. I'm gonna say it under my breath, though.
Yeah, no problem. I can just, I mean, obviously just assume where you are. But that's... Clarification's always good.
Sorry.
We split the gold.
Okay.
Xerxes and Valkyrie.
Splitting it, each of you can add...
I'll take 20 and give the 25 to Xerxes.
Well, actually, when you count it, it can be an even split. There's actually 50 gold pieces.
Oh, sweet.
Your perception isn't that great from... I mean, not just your modifier, but especially your rolls as for some of them. So taking a quick glance, you underestimated the amount that was in the lockbox.
So we have two
There's
rogues
at
in the
least 4 gold in this box. Just one rogue and, you know, a fighter without a constitution modifier.
A conscience.
Yeah, they don't have that either. They don't really grow conscience in the other dark.
So, with there being, from what was previously stated, before the couple days passed, just a little over a week till making your way towards land, as expected, is there anything each of you would like to do before I just fast forwarded it a little bit?
Can I get some wine?
There should be plenty of drinks now that half the people are missing.
There are plenty of drinks, and there seems to be quite a plethora of food as well. Ryzen, since you were going about the area, checking on some of the crew, can you roll me another investigation check at advantage, please?
Oh boy. The ones tonight, man.
So you
Damn.
are definitely wishing you rolled a halfling again, personally,
I know, right?
but as you make your way about, there seems to be quite a bit of trust in you with the crew, and even while asking a little bit of odd questions here and there seems to definitely be a worry that the captain is missing. However, you also hear a couple of individuals, John, who had taken the helm of the ship, is worrisome with Hazix being gone. And he asks you, with Hazix being gone, I don't want to startle anybody, but he was to keep the sea creatures at bay.
Really?
Communicate and keep us safe along our journey. I'm worrisome of what may happen. We still have a week at sea.
sea creatures came to warn us. They didn't come to attack us, right? Well, other than those ghost things, whatever they were.
Those ghosts weren't sea creatures, but some may come to warn us. Some may come to end us.
Mm. Well, hopefully they're just the ones that try to warn us.
We'll need to keep an eye. Can you have your quite agile friend keep an eye on the horizon? It seems that Jack hasn't really given us much warning as of late.
Who are you speaking of? Omelin?
I believe so. I've heard you each call him Om.
Yes. Alright. That's actually... I was going to start keeping an eye on myself.
And have you seen the captain?
No, I have not.
I'll stay at the helm of the ship. Please inform me if you hear of anything.
Of course.
Gives you a bit of a pat on the shoulder, and then makes his way up towards the deck of the ship.
I will also go up and, I'm assuming Ohm is in the crow's nest.
He's still up there.
I'll climb up and just kind of to chat and say, so I guess, sorry, not the captain, but the, damn it, who was it again?
John?
The guy that was watching before.
Jack?
Jack.
Jack, yeah, Jack, was the one watching, but I think we need to take over that role.
Yeah, I've been giving him an eye, too.
Oh, up, yes. I will watch from a little. Oh, on the deck. If you watch from up here.
Certainly.
All right. Well, if you see anything, give a whistle.
Sure will.
All right. I'll climb back down and I guess I'll sit towards the front of the ship to keep a lookout.
Got it. Before progressing, is there anything else that anybody would like to take care of before moving to the next day?
Good.
I'm good for now. I'll drink a little bit of ale, eat some food.
So,
I'm good.
progressing into April 2nd, it does seem that the fortune has taken a turn for the worse. The sea's quite a bit rougher, and as it creates quite a bit more wake. Each of you can feel your stomachs just almost floating in midair as the ship goes up and down, up and down. But as it rides the waves, you notice the other ships that were still sailing with you disappearing but reappearing from sight. As dark clouds begin to roll in and turning the day into a gloomy oversight, it begins to rain just a bit. Moving into April 3rd, as the weather continues to worsen, each of you see these wakes and waves hitting nearly 20, 30 foot, some of them giving a bit of a white cap as it continues on. Kroot I'm sorry, not Kroot. Force of Habit from last game. Ohm and Ryzen, can each of you give me a perception check? Well, you are keeping your eyes out. The wakes are causing a little bit of disruption from seeing other areas. So instead of advantage, I will just need a normal perception check.
Oh, okay. I had already clicked on disadvantage.
The center ship, as it comes into sight a second and third time, the fourth time, each of you notice something very, very odd. Tentacles begin to erupt from the sea's surface and clench on to the ship in the center. As it does, the weather notably continues to worsen, and with a flash of lightning, the ship in the center, you begin to see it snap in half and be pulled under.
I will relay this instantly down to somebody on the deck.
Let's not go that way.
Inform the captain that the ship, one of the ships remaining, has been submerged by some type of sea creature.
And the captain calls out. All you just hear is, "Damn it, Azix!" Continues to hold on to the wheel of the ship and continue on through the storm. April 4th rolls around. The day is calm as the weather clears. One other ship besides the Jasmine that you are on remain. At this point, I want hopefully a volunteer other than Joy to step up.
I'll do it.
Okay, Val, thank
Throw me
you.
to the wolves.
First thing I will ask you is odds or even.
Evens.
All right, roll me a d4.
I did it.
As each of you are getting closer and closer to your destination of the Conquest Island chain, Ohm and Ryzen, both of you will notice while keeping an eye out upon the horizon the black pillar of smoke that extends well above the mountaintops that are clear in view. It seems to almost pulse just a bit. And as it does, each of you note that it seems to send out a bit of a black cloud from the tops as it separates and falls down towards the sea.
Clouds fall to the sea, or the pillar does?
It seems that the top of the pillar pushed off some clouds, and the clouds fall to the sea.
Okay.
Having been trained most of my life in a monastic library, is there any type of check I can make to try to figure out what this is?
You can go ahead and give me a Arcana check.
I'm no good at these.
Oh. Sorry, what'd you say?
There you go. I was gonna say, I think I tried to earlier when we were too far away.
With it being a bit clearer, this black column pillar of smoke seems quite strange. examining each spell and book that you have come across through your mind, it is nothing that you recognize. You are quite certain that this is nothing that has been in a book or anything that has been recorded.
Okay.
And from your monastery background, being a monk, you have quite a bit of information. So with that in mind, it is something that has not ever been recorded in history.
I'll ask Jack. Is he still up there with me?
Yes.
Okay.
He's finally come out of his defensive curl and has taken resuming sight upon the horizon.
Jack, you ever seen anything like that before in your life?
Well, as of late, there's only two things I haven't seen in my life. Whatever the hell those creatures were, and whatever the hell that is.
Maybe someone on the ship will know.
We should set land in just a few days. Perhaps we'll have more answers when our feet can touch dry land. But with the black smoke falling quite rapidly down towards the sea, it doesn't seem to pose any threat to each of you as you continue on. If nothing else, I basically just only have one more thing for you before I give you each well, I would say a treat, but it's probably more so gonna be an eyesore, to be fair.
Oh no. Is it Val?
It's not as bad.
I'm just playing. I'm being a little bit hard on myself, but if nothing else, I'll just fast forward you till this gift, if you will. So moving forward to April 8th, each of you hear a call out, "Land ho!" And as each of you wake, the sun not even breaking the eastern horizon, making your way up to the deck of the ship, still noticing the one remaining ship with each of you. I'm gonna move you all to this map.
I'm onto the deck. Half drunk.
Oh, I was super zoomed in.
So
It's
I
map.
get told that a lot.
as
got it.
like where I'm pinging over in like the northwest corner is where each of you will be. As you make your way up to the deck of the ship, each of you will spot quite a variety of landmarkings across the horizon. other than that, quite notably, there's a couple of other ships still docked in the area. A stone castle fort-like structure extends off extends into the sky off to your east. You see a flag, and each of you recognize the flag to hold the symbol of dragon. And with that, I need to do one thing.
Ah, yes. Give me my enchanted item, please.
I'd like a baby
Oh.
dragon.
I would
gonna
take the
bring out-
bag of holding.
It's gonna drag out the sea Tarask.
So
I would like one bag of holding, please.
Here's your magic item.
No magic items, unfortunately, but as each of you need to use bits, smaller boats to make your way to shore, you see that there's bits of forest off to the south, bits of farmland, as well as you each make your way into this stone fort. As you make your way in, you hear sounds of festivities. Seems that the atmosphere is quite joyful. However, looking around, you see quite a bit of creatures that you have never seen before. Can each of you roll me an intelligence check? Just a straight intelligence.
Intelligence check, you say?
Yeah, I should have said I'm not good at these before I roll.
Yeah.
I cannot brain today. I has the dumb.
You're dealing with an intelligent women.
Joy,
Whoa, man.
you are the only individual to recognize that some of these creatures are creatures that you've read about long ago. When you were very young as a child, you remember reading stories, tall tales, if you will, about these prehistoric creatures that no longer exist. These large reptile-like creatures, some walking on 4 legs, some perched up on just 2. Moving around, you see quite a bit of Luxodon humans and elves. Some of them even riding these creatures. You would know them to be what is most relatable as dinosaurs.
Oh, wait a minute. How recent were these creatures on this island?
On this island, I'm not sure what you mean by your question. Can you explain more before I answer that?
Do they exist?
From where you came from at like the main continent of Alista, no. The books that you've read, they no longer exist, but you are literally seeing them here.
Oh, this is not good at all. This is not good at all. All right, this is interesting. I'm not going to tell anybody about this because I am closed-minded.
What the hell are these creatures? They're deformed.
Yes, there seem to be creatures that lived a long time ago, but I'm not for certain what they are.
Giant lizards.
As each of you continue to make your way through the area, each of you will begin to hear bits of call-outs. I forgot the name. Let me pull up the note. You hear the name Odin Dog be cheered amongst some of the people through the area. And with that, I will add, Odin Dog live! Odin Dog stronger than the rest. We will make this place home.
Like,
Are they yelling it at us?
No, they seem to just be cheering as you make your way past like a few like open tavern style structures and continue through the area. They aren't yelling it towards you, but just seem to be cheering it amongst crowds.
I'm curious how close I got to the spelling. But ODUMDOGG.
You got the double G right, but it's just an I instead of a U. Odin.
Damn.
Close.
He's got a cousin.
No relation to Snoop.
Oh.
Wow. Damn.
So, being in a bit of an unfamiliar area, as you take a look around, what may be a bit of a fresh breath of air, if you will, is you see merchants giving exchange for coin and also trading quite a bit. There seems to be a little bit more of trade, material for material, goods for goods, if you will, as you make your way back about the area.
I want to go see some markets. Looking for some
Good
women.
idea. Let's go explore.
Taking a look around, you see that there's quite a bit of material, food, wood, wool, things of that nature, but there is also quite a bit of the amount of weapons and armor as well. It seems that the weapons and armor are being just as highly produced as food.
Oh, okay. Weapons and armor. You hear that, Val? Maybe you can finally upgrade your weapons.
Well, that would be excellent if we were to kill these things, not point over towards the dinosaurs.
So they seem to be rather docile.
They almost seem to be pets.
Yeah, so let's please not stir them, Val.
I don't know. They look quite strong. Might be a
No,
bit of a challenge.
No.
Well,
Doesn't
I
mean
won't,
they're
I won't
violent.
kill these, but if any of them come at me,
Yeah, so you have full permission. If one charges you for an attack, you can fight it.
oh, thank
But
you,
not
Mother.
these.
Are any
What?
people riding any of these dinosaurs?
Yes, they are.
Ah,
Hold up, we need to get one out of
they
character.
look like they make pretty sturdy mounts.
For the most part, these are all islands. They're not. That'd be difficult to bring them along.
Never get a baby. Can I ask one of the people in the markets about the dinosaurs?
Sure. What would you like to ask?
I want to ask them about these dinosaurs.
I mean, anything in particular, or?
How are they alive?
Why, the creatures here seem to be quite a bit old. They dwell from far lands. It's these ones here collected from the inner circles. Quite a bit of the creatures from about that area, you hear?
Interesting. All right. Is there any place that you can purchase, or do you guys just
Oh, of course!
tame them yourself?
I mean, you can try to capture them if you will, but a few people dwell about in the inner circles quite a bit, and they bring back quite a bit of trophies, if you will.
Oh no, they can't be bringing back. Okay, all right. A turn
I wouldn't
to
go to the Shadowed Key, but that's just a simple merchant.
Okay, so definitely going to the Shadowed Key. Gotcha. I turn to the party and say, well, it seems as though these creatures are dinosaurs, if you haven't realized already. And,
What the hell's that?
yeah, oh, right.
You must be new to the Haven.
Very.
Aren't those creatures that have been extinct for centuries or
Oh, but
millennia?
of course!
Then how are they here?
Gives a bit of a shrug.
I too give you a shrug. I'm the smartest one here, and I don't even know how they're. But he told me that we could possibly tame one or buy one if we had the gold.
Quite a bit expensive, but it seems that each of you have come a bit more prepared than some others. You hailing from Dragon?
Yes.
Nice, so the new shipment's arrived. Well, best be speaking with Odom then. He's in charge around here in Stoneburn.
And where can we find such a person?
He leans across the table and points down the way. As each of you look, you see a very large stone structure. It seems to be towards the center of Stoneburn Haven, and it is 3 to 4 stories taller than any building around. That'd be just right down that way.
Let's say we pay him a visit, huh?
Aye, if you the travelers from Dragon, then looks around. Expected to see a bit more of you this time, but suppose the news hasn't traveled back.
Mm,
You would be right.
Just out of curiosity, how much are these creatures purchase?
Well, a couple hundred gold here and there, but it depends on which one you're looking for. That one right there, and as each of you kind of turn, Val, there is a four-legged creature with a very long tail, spikes at the end of it, and these bits of triangle plates extending from its back. It just in front of you, and as it does, bits of spittle go across your face. Those are a bit cheaper. And then that one, and points over in another direction, and you see it walking on hind legs, its mouth in a bit of an iron cage, and talons that extend from its hands and its feet as well. Those ones a bit more expensive. A couple hundred gold for that.
Why is its
Okay.
mouth caged?
If it's not, it'll eat you.
See,
That
I'm not
one-
buying one of those.
That one there, though, pointing back towards the one with the triangle plates along its back. I mean, water is a bit sturdy. Not as scary, if you know what I mean.
I have no idea what you mean.
Teeth flat, doesn't need meat.
Oh, well, I don't want that one then.
Well, hold on. If we get one that does eat meat, I mean, there's a danger that it'll eat us.
Not if it's well fed.
Personally, I think I'd rather not buy one of these. I think it's more entertaining to go catch one myself.
I don't know. Having one that likes meat will be very dangerous.
Look, I don't mind sharing some bits of information for the new folk around here, especially if you're going to be given bits of help. But if you're not going to buy anything, clear the way.
Come on, let's go find the person that runs this island.
Yes, let's.
I make my way towards the person that runs Stoneburn, sorry.
So as each of you make your way down in the direction pointed by the individual, you quickly and quite easily find this large stone structure that extends quite a bit of stories into the sky. Seems to roughly be about 5 stories tall. Completely made out of this beautiful polished stone. You see bits of encrusted gems along the walls and gold trimmings along some of the roof and also the window seals as well. It reminds each of you of Dragon almost instantaneously. Making your way in, there's a couple of Luxodon guarding these open double doors, and with them giving you each a quick look over, they both give you a little bit of a nod as you make your way in. With the area being quite vast, still open, still hear the sounds of the Stoneburn Haven outside and the busy streets that are going about. You notice that there's quite a bit of luxurious furniture about. These beautiful wood chairs with bits of cushion laid upon them as well. You also note this large painting of a appears to be a male human. You hear a call out. What is it that each of you are in here for? It seems you wandered about a bit too far.
Not exactly. We're here to see you.
As each of you look over towards the individual calling out, you see a quite fit-looking male human that has long brown hair that is seemingly very well kept. These brown eyes, and wearing quite a bit of well-decorated armor. This armor not seeming that it is good for battle, however, it seems to be more appropriate in a decorative manner. Well, what is it for then?
We were sent to the Conquest Islands here to help stabilize them. With the stories we've heard, there's...
What stories have you heard? What has Hamadi been telling you of this late?
Oh, the islands are rampant with creatures killing people and destroying towns.
That's the least of our problems now.
Oh,
How do each of you feeling? You feel like you're kind of up for a bit of travel?
I don't think I have much of a choice.
I could use a bit of walking. Been sitting around for too long.
yes, we've been on a ship for the last 2 weeks. I could use a means to reset my balance. Everything's still rocking back and forth.
A couple weeks journey will do that to you. But, however, there's a bit of things to discuss. As I'm sure you've noticed the Black Pillar.
Yes, what is it?
Call that the Fold.
The fold?
And then digging through a couple of the shelving that are line the walls, grabs a what appears to be a rolled up piece of parchment and then rolls it out on the table, showing each of you a map of the area. These are the islands. This is what we know. This will be yours to keep. Suggest keeping it dry. Not many of these going around.
You have a container for it?
And gives a bit of a nod. Yeah, I can do that.
So, sounds like we weren't quite filled in with the full situation here. What really is going on the islands?
As of late, quite unsure. But then he will, Odin will begin to gesture and point to what is known. This here, the Stoneburn Island, and points where each of you are currently located. Off to the east, the Roman Island. We've had a bit of luck there cultivating farm. Found a bit of gems off in the hills as well.
That was on Romand.
Yeah, off to the east. Then continues to point out Strathwell, Drumdrow, Sudsend, Frostu, the Voiceless Isle, and the Shadowed Key as well, which are each labeled for you. And in Strathwell, you will be informed that that is the island of hobgoblins. In Sudsend and Drumsdow, there is quite a bit of tabaxi. Amongst the areas of the Shadowed Key, on the outer circles, there is quite a variety of giants. Hill, Storm, and also stone giants. The Voiceless Isle, the last that's been heard of there, is hill giants and bugbears.
Oh.
And the Boristow Isle is just bugbears. But towards the inner circle of the Shadowed Key, in the center, of course, you'll see the vast amount of smoke, the pillar that extends, but also along the outside where there is nothing but, or I guess like around the center, where there is nothing but just mountain ranges. What is noted as Patera folk are in the area.
you describe those for us?
Which ones?
The last one, the Terrafolk.
Is that like pterodactyl? Build?
Yes,
Okay.
like pterodactyl people.
Like P
Terra.
Terra. Okay.
What is a
Interesting.
pterodactyl?
It's like a flying creature, but it's kind of intelligent as well. Can communicate.
That's
Good partner.
horrifying.
Is it like a bird or is it like humanoid or what?
Bird, reptile,
Are
intelligent
they
creature.
hostile?
No. Not if you can make friends. It's just bringing them fish if you go there.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
So, I'm just going to get to the chase then. We overcome the trials that they set for us. They made us sail out here a few weeks. We're here. You pretty much know everything there is about this island. What do you need us for?
Just because we know that they're there doesn't mean that all of them are nice. Patera folk, we can be persuaded with food. Giants a bit stupid. Other giants not wanting to, well, change ways, if you will. The other one's just a bit too intelligent to, well, try to improve their well-being, if you will.
That's a good thing I can communicate with all giants.
That's quite good indeed. So we're to introduce them to a better way of living, diplomatic or otherwise.
Well, so far where we've been, the islands seem to be quite rich with treasure, gems, and other sorts. But ever since that plume of smoke has opened up, we've been confined here. And others seem to be a bit riled up as well.
You mean confined to Stoneburn Island?
And Romand, off to the east. Bit of farms and mines set up over there. In fact, that's where I'll be sending each of you first when you're ready.
Will we be taking a boat there?
They'll nod. Of course. Unless you plan to swim.
Will we la, 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 la. Words. Will we be compensated for this?
Of course. Why wouldn't you be?
Are we going to be compensated in money or are we going to be
Trade.
compensated in food and supplies like the what was the name of that city again of the Luxodons?
I'd prefer
Dragon.
the former.
If you wish to have gold, seems that the other villages around are quite pertain to the shiny objects, but if you wish for supplies and materials as well, that can be easily provided. However, proof of completion will be required.
So are you just... Well, rather, do you have a list of tasks to complete on each journey? Or are you just looking to have us clear out the island?
I have some tasks in mind, but I need to see how formidable each of you can prove yourselves to be.
Well, we made it this far.
I roll
Yes.
my eyes.
I don't know. Were we the only ship that made it here?
There's one other.
One other, yeah.
Yes, there were... How many was it?
I've
10
5 ships
or
in
5
total.
ships, yeah. Yeah,
ships.
2 teams on each, and... Well... I don't suppose you know much about those ghost creatures.
I know plenty about them. You seen them?
We fought them,
Well,
Yeah, you
good
saw 'em
morning.
on the ocean.
yes.
And they're farther than we've seen before.
we were, well, before they showed up, there were these fish people that tried to warn us, and they spoke to the captain. I think it was the captain. Um, he could speak with them. We couldn't understand anything, but then the ghost people showed up, and
Yeah,
one by
seen
one,
a bit of flurry of amongst the ocean waters as of late.
our crew just started disappearing into nothingness. I don't really understand.
He nods. It seems that he completely understands what you've experienced. Well, if you've dealt with that, then you should be able to deal with this with no issue.
Yes.
All right.
Can I insight that?
Well, I'm all for slaying monsters, so if they get in my way, then just know they'll feel the wrath of my god.
You're a
Oh,
cleric.
Joy seems to be coming out of her shell.
No monster will stand in my way.
Are you a cleric? You speak of
Yes.
the gods a little highly. Good. We'll need more of you around here. I'm hoping Dragon sends quite a bit more.
I'll do my part.
In these lands, there seem to be no godly touch, if you will. And having someone of your stature will prove to be quite formidable amongst the shades.
I will bring the light back, even if it kills me.
Hopefully it doesn't. But if each of you are feeling ready to depart, you can take some ships off from the east coast and head over to the islands. You'll find yourselves a bit of farmland, and over there, you just need to talk to the speaker. He will tell you where to go. Is there any questions? Concerns? Worries, if you will?
So
When you
we
want
just
us to start?
go to the East Coast and tell someone to take us over there?
Alright. Tell them that Odom has sent you. They'll make sure that each of your requirements are met.
Do we need paperwork, or is your name enough?
My name is enough, as he gives a bit of a smirk. And then, as the smirk quickly diminishes, he will say, people here follow my word. We're basically at war.
I'll kind of give like a side glance and be like, well, if I have to make a trek back to convince somebody, better hope I don't.
Can you give me an intimidation check?
Oh. Nice.
That I'm good at.
I figured. It was gonna be something, right? Can
Dang.
the rest of you give me a insight check?
What if I don't wanna?
Then you don't have to.
Nah.
Ooh.
Nice.
Hey.
And I am on a roll tonight.
The ones.
Yeah,
know.
dude.
Oh
Can you
god.
like
me.
reset my sheet, dude, or something? Like,
I did.
really?
Yeah, I made sure that I had the critical fail switch always on for you.
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha.
Ryzen,
Thank you.
you are quite certain that Odom is just this fearless leader and not backing down by any means, as Val gives him that look, and a little bit of a threat, if you will. Joy. Well, I will say Xerxes uncertain, but and Joy, each of you are quite certain that Val has this individual Odom quivering in his boots with that look.
I've never seen somebody counter intimidate by shitting their pants before. That's amazing.
This is a first.
Yes, it's like marking his spot. His territory. You know, he's marking his territory.
I'll just snicker at that.
And with the east coast of Stoneburn Island in mind, in order for you to set a little bit of a journey over to Roman Island to the east, that is where we will call tonight's session.
Nice.
As I will leave it with each of you just leaving the main area in Stoneburn Haven, in case there's any other supplies or anything that you wish to obtain before setting journey. But other than that, I hope each of you had a fun time tonight, and cross my fingers. I hope everyone's able to join us next time. It will be obviously a couple weeks, but hopefully Xerxes is feeling better and, you know, the schedules align.
Yeah.
But
Hope so.
Yep.
I can't wait to get more into the storyline.
I just want to confirm notes. So we're supposed to travel to Roman and what was it? Talk to the speaker or seeker
Yep.
or
The speaker.
speaker? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. But again, I hope each of you had a good time, and I will see each of you next time.
All right.
Sounds good.
Of course.
All right.
Alrighty.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.